insurance company guy just slam out an estimate really quick and Xactimate, and he comes up with a number, most likely it's okay, but the detail estimate is going to be the estimate that really drives your claim to the right place. So if you don't have the ability to get this estimate in the format that the insurance company wants, find someone that can do it for you, okay? A contractor that can do and it's important that I'm not, you know, there's a lot of really good contractors out there, but there are certain contractors that only do insurance work, and that's something you need to make sure they have the Xactimate software and they know how to write an estimate on that software. So you've got the same type of tool that the insurance company is using. Yes, question?
Yeah, was that a specific software that you just named?
Yes, it's called Xactimate. And it's not something that it's not a software that you're gonna go buy at Best Buy. It's a very expensive software. And that's kind of what you're gonna, when you're interviewing people to repair your home, you wanna make sure that these people know the software, and that's how they're gonna estimate it. Because again, like Sherry said, the round number, one page, very little detail estimate isn't gonna go very far with the insurance company, and they're just gonna take that and they're gonna enter that into Xactimate, and it's gonna kick out a lower number. Because again, the software is only as good as whoever's using it. When we use Xactimate, we're manipulating, making the software work for us, for our clients, to, you know, project union scale labor. Things like that the insurance company, you're entitled to hire a union electrician. But if the insurance company can pay you a lesser rate, they're gonna try to do that. You're entitled to Malibou pricing, but if the insurance company can use South Dakota pricing, they'd like to. You know, let's face it, it's much cheaper to build a home in South Dakota than it is in Malibou. And with the firestorm, lumber prices are surging like crazy right now. You need sub-bids. You can't just guesstimate what these numbers are based on now. You have to increase what the surge is, and you have to talk to the guys that are actually doing the work, the vendors. It's very important. Let's see. We talked about detail. We're going there. Describing things. There's two ways to describe something that you totally lost. This table I bought at Costco, $50. Or you can go on the internet and get the exact make, the exact model, the exact price. If it's an antique, you want to detail it, that it was, you know, maybe you don't know the exact make and model, but it had gold handles and it was a nice oak wood finish. That's what the insurance company wants to see. They want to see a full description of what that item is, not just a folding chair, $20. You want to be detailed. The more you describe, the more detail, the easier it is for the insurance company to pay you, because it's a full description of what it is. Now, some of you have lost things beyond recognition, and that's where you've got to start creating a memory guide, okay? What was in the dresser? Sherry talked about that very briefly, next to your bed. So in my dresser, I have an alarm clock that sits on the top. I have a phone charger that's plugged into the wall. When I open up my drawer, I've got a collection of my pens. I have a stack of business cards. I have a stack of playing cards. I have my reading glasses. I have my sunglasses. I have, 5 pairs of sunglasses in there. I have my cufflinks. So every single item that's in my top drawer, it's not just an armoire, it's everything that's inside of it. And it's all that detail of every single thing, and you've got to do that room by room by room. I mean, I've seen garages that have $200,000 worth of stuff. Not even tools, tools and yard equipment and ski equipment and, you name it. If you look in my garage, my wife wants me to get rid of half the stuff. She thinks it's junk. It's important to me. Okay? That's my man cave. That's my office. All of that has value. Whether you lost it all, if it's smoke damage, well then how's someone going to come in and clean all 150, European 5 micron screws that you have in a drawer? Because they're all smoke damaged. Yeah, they can be wiped down individually, or they can pay to replace that whole set of 150 screws. And that's the argument you're going to have with the insurance company. Sure. I could pay my aunt $5 an hour, $10 an hour to clean every one of these by hand. It's going to take her 3 weeks. Or you can just pay me to replace them all right now for $100. Understanding depreciation is a more complicated thing, but what you want to understand is that when you buy something like a glass like this, you buy it brand new, it's maybe $2. But now it's 3 years old, 10 years old. How much is it worth? It's not worth $3 anymore, it's been used. But it may be worth $2, or it may be worth what the insurance company may say it's only worth 50 cents. So that's very subjective, is what the used value, the actual cash value of things are, and that's important. So you want to negotiate. You don't want them to just depreciate every glass in your kitchen 25%. Some glasses in my kitchen don't get used every day. They only get used once a year, Thanksgiving or at Christmas. So why would a glass, it doesn't matter if it's 10 years old, if I only use it once or twice a year, it didn't depreciate as much as the glasses that I drink out of every day. Concepts like that, and they're going to do that on the building side of the claim and on the contents. And if I'm going too fast and you have questions, stop me, please. There's going to be certain limitations in your policy, so know your sublimits, know your sublimits of your policy. Jewelry, fine art, things of that sort, firearms, cash. They're not covered for their full value. They've got a sublimit in the policy. So get a full copy of your policy. Ask your adjuster to summarize it in the email. What are your sublimits? You have a question?
Yeah, we have a